What's up, guys? Weatherman here with a brand new deck for you guys. So me and the homie in the group chat, we're really trying to think, how can we play TGs and search for Serpent? I will also off gate say this is not a cheap alternative to set Delta Excel. This is pretty expensive too, at least the extra deck. The main deck is pretty cheap. Most of it comes from a single box. Screw Serpent and Booster are both from the Ant box, and the rest of these monsters are level up rewards from Ant. Lance and Tretch being your only cards, basically not from that box or from Ant in the main deck. The extra deck is from a couple other boxes, so this is not a relatively cheap alternative. The goal of this deck is a turn 1 Chronicle Spark Dragon. The skill Flight Control allows us to search for 1 TG by returning a TG from our hand to the deck, basically the Automat skill, but with 1 monster and only monsters instead of 2. The goal is basically turn 1 Chronicle Spark using your Serpent plus your Booster. And you will summon a Star Guardian level 5. Well, actually, let me tell you what Chronicle does, because apparently none of the meta knows what Chronicle does. Chronicle will banish a Synchro from the graveyard to make himself unaffected for the rest of the turn. And what we are going to banish is our level 5 Samsara Dragon of Rebirth and our Star Guardian, which are the 2 level 5s we use to make it. Samsara, which is why this is really great for the deck. When we banish him to make ourselves unaffected, Chronicle's effect is if he is destroyed, he will summon one of the banished dragon synchros that we banished. Samsara has the effect of when he is destroyed, he will summon a monster from either our graveyard or the opponent's graveyard. So either way, if they remove Spark somehow, they are not killing us on that turn. And the follow-up play we can do, typically if Chronicle is still on the field, we will just follow up with a Brio. But if they somehow remove Chronicle, and we have the ability, not even somehow, because it happens very often. We could actually do it turn 1 as well. I just feel Chronicle is a more protective turn 1 and Quarion is a more disruptive turn 1. So I would say it depends on what deck you're going against. But we can make the Quarion. Now, the Quarion play is not a 2-card combo like Chronicle is. It is a 3-card combo. You will need a Catapult in your hand, plus a Wolf, plus a Striker. What you would do is you normal summon Catapult, summon Striker from your hand, special Wolf, make your 5, put Striker back in your hand. Now you've got 5 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, and the level 2 and the level 5 are both tuners. So you can quick effect on the opponent's turn, summon a Quarion, or you can summon Quarion on your turn if you really want it. That's basically the deck. Lance plus Treacherous. We've kind of been messing around with what Treacherous should be. I've been messing with Treacherous. We've tried Forbidden Chalice, other cards you could possibly consider. Also Battle Tuned, if you're also trying to get around Hang On Mac or even Saber Dancer with your Chronicle Spark, making them big enough to really not be able to be removed by battle. But that's basically the deck. Last thing, Samurai Destroyer is here, 1 for Saber as well, and 2 for Hang On Mac. I think once Hang On Mac leaves the meta, we may potentially go to Squire Saga. Squire Saga is also a really good potential level 7 to summon, because if you use, your 2 synchros to make Chronicle Spark, you may have a synchro left, or maybe even both if you didn't use it, and you can get a non-target pop on a monster with Squire Saga. So that is something to consider. That's basically the deck. We can just get into the gameplay now. Okay, so with this hand, we actually have the ability to make a Quarion that would be synchroed on the opponent's turn to disrupt them. But I see that this is Yuma and Astro, so it makes me want to go for the Chronicle Spark play, because Spark is actually going to be a real issue versus Automats. Especially with us going first. They don't really have an out to Chronicle Spark. The best they could do is make a M7 and boost it with Mancer, which is kind of weird for them to do, and they kind of have to go out of their way to do it. So it seems like the best play for us to do would be to go into Chronicle Spark. Plus, if we did go into Quarion, if they bolted us, it would force us to Quarion earlier than we want, which means we would maybe only banish 1 card, and it really wouldn't make a difference to them. They would just make follow-up plays. So Chronicle Spark is the play we're going for. Also, if you use the skill, you cannot summon a level 10 non-TG turn 1, which is fine though, because we quick effect. So he targets us, we're gonna chain, and we're synchroing into Chronicle Spark right now. Boom. Big guy here. Summoning this Sage. This was actually really funny. No one reads Chronicle Spark. Synchros into Vermilion, not reading what we do. We obviously banished Samsara from our graveyard to make us unaffected. Boom, unaffected. Now it's our turn. We're gonna go for Serpent because I am extremely confident that he is gonna target Spark again. I just know it. So I'm gonna go for a Brio. We're summoning our level 1 from grave. Activates Karma Cut. We don't have a Lance, but guess who he targets?
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Chronicle Spark, does not matter. Unaffected again. We summon Brio. That right there, Serpent in the graveyard has another effect. He can banish himself to target a TG and increase or decrease their level by 1. We're going for game. Boom, 23 to the chin. Our hand, and this is what I was saying before, we a lot of the time we don't even have to activate the skill to make a certain play because we just open it so often. Look at this hand right here is Quarion. Like this is a Quarion right here. We're gonna summon Catapult, special the striker from our hand. Wolf says if a level 4 is special summoned to the field, I can special summon him. Level 4 or lower. He needle sealing us, which we didn't expect. Didn't lance because I can't lance all 3 of them. I kind of just let it happen. I doubt that he'll be able to OTK me. And we also get 2 searches on the end phase. Pretty solid. Summoning the princess. They're going to search. As well as summon Tiger. That's cool. Add willpower to the hand. All right. So we are going to live. It's 12 to the chin. 17 to the chin. We have got 1,100 life points left. We're going against Amazons, a former tier 0 deck. Star Guardian. We're going to add the Serpent back to our hand to give us a follow-up play. And we're going to special summon the striker from our hand so that we can...
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Make a Quarion. Quarion summons. Boom. Banish 3. Get out of here. We have a Lance in our hand, so we're really comfortable set. I also already knew what the trap was that he set, so it's fine. And since we activated Lance, we will not be banished. It's just going to be destroyed. We do not care. Fine. And we also have a Lance set, just in case he tries to do any funny stuff on his turn. He didn't. We drew another Lance as if we weren't safe enough. Summon the level 2 from grave because Serpent is a tuner, so we didn't need to summon a tuner. Brio, not that I needed it, obviously. But we're returning it to hand. We're not going to allow him to special summon during the battle phase. Just going to put it back. So with this hand, we're one card away from the Quarion play, and we're also 1 card away from the Chronicle Spark play. I see that this is Axel, so I'm assuming that this is Invoke Neos. So for that reason, I'm going to summon Chronicle Spark. We're going to be unaffected, and we should be pretty good versus them. He would be able to beat over us potentially with a boosted Purg or something like that. But removing us by battle is fine. We get to summon, maybe even summon something from their grave. I mean, hell, we might even get a Purg or something like that. It'd be really nice. So here we go. Summon Stratos, which at this point, it kind of feels like we're right. This is Invoke Neos, more than likely. He sets 2. All right. We're going to tag out into Spark right now. It is only a quick effect during the opponent's main phase, so it is not a quick effect on our turn. So technically, he could disrupt if he had his toggle on when our turn came. We're going to search for Serpent, and we're going to do the same play. Search for Summon from the grave, and we're going to go into Brio. Serpent banish himself, increase him by 1. Now it's level 2. We can make a level 6. Here's Brio. And I choose to target Stratos because I felt really confident that one of the back rows Ballista Squad
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
We're unaffected now. Boom, he chains Ballista. Chains Karma Cut, I mean. Activate Lance. Unaffected twice. Can't do anything. Attack for lethal. This is game. Really beautiful. Really beautiful. Consistent turn one. Until I was editing that apparently my audio cut out towards the end of my video. All I was saying was consistent turn one Spark Dragon. Turn one Quarion if you want it. Consistent turn two Brio. Turn three Quarion if you want it. Really good deck. Just what a genuine synchro deck should be. A archetype main deck with a generic extra. Feels really great. If you like the music, I'll put a link to my music in the bio. I will also put a link to the YouTuber who helped me make this build, who's also in the group chat that I have. And if you want to join this group chat, you can message me, comment, leave your Facebook name or something. I appreciate you guys for watching, man. Like, share, comment, and just watch the rest of the videos. And I appreciate you guys, man. See you. And remember, stay dueling, my friends.